Good morning, guys. It's day 2, and today is January 7th. So, we are about to get this party started. Alright, guys, so like I said, today is January 7th. I think it's around like 9:30. I forgot my watch down upstairs. I was charging it last night and I forgot to take it. Anyway, the last time I checked my watch, that was like maybe 30 minutes ago, 20 minutes ago, it was like 9:03. So it's probably like 9:30 right now. But we are about to get on, well, we're on the treadmill now, and we are about to walk it. So yesterday I did 30 minutes, right? Hopefully today I can do 30 minutes too. So yesterday I was having like some like pain on my lower abdomen, so maybe I'm still having like some contractions. It did feel like contraction pain, but after having a baby, you still have all those things happening in there, so still healing. Um, so I'm just taking it slow. Yesterday my speed was at 2. Right now I'm on 1, just warming up. I probably won't go more than 2 today either, and I'll try to do 30 minutes. If I'm not able to, I'll do just 15. I'm just trying to get that energy. I mean, after giving back, it takes a toll on me. I mean, I'm getting there. I'm feeling much better, but still feel like I don't have the energy that I used to have to do a lot of things. And I have 4 kids who do not care if I have energy or not. They don't understand that, so I got to have that energy. Motherhood is a blessing, right? Motherhood is a blessing. Just the fact that I was able to carry 4 kids 4 different times in my womb, I don't take it for granted, man. I do not take it for granted. It's crazy. Let me tell you all, guys. So there's me and my husband, we have this business, and one of our business partners just passed away on Saturday. She was in the hospital since I think December, if I'm not wrong. And we did not expect this was going to happen. She's the one who trained me and trained my husband in the business that we're doing. And she just told us one time a few months ago, and she said she was not going to be able to attend the meetings, right? Because she was going to be praying and fasting, and she wants to just put her time for God for some time. And we were like, yeah, definitely, we definitely understand that. And then she called us again. I can't really give you a timeline. I don't really remember what month it was, but she called us again a few weeks later after that, and she was like, well, guys, I'm just going to tell you the truth. When I said I was taking some time to pray, it wasn't bad. I've just been sick, and I just wanted to let you all know what was going on. And she told us she had a black clot on her leg. She'd been taking some aspirin and all that. And we were like, everything will be well, we'll be praying for you. God sees what's going on and you'll be healed. And we always pray for their best, right? I mean, you don't expect something like this would happen. I don't know how old she was, but I think she was probably in her 50s, if not 60s. But I think 50s. She looked like she was in her 50s. I don't know her exact age. But we called her again, I think beginning of December. So she's been in the hospital for a while. Beginning of December, I remember my husband came when I was doing laundry, and she was like, he was talking to her, and at that time, actually, she wasn't in the hospital. At the time before she called, she wasn't in the hospital. Then when my husband got the phone, he told me that she had been taken to the hospital. So we were talking to her, and she was just like, she's feeling okay, but she didn't sound okay. She sounded really exhausted. You could just tell by this, her voice. And we told her we're gonna be praying for her, everything will be well, and she even called me when I gave birth. On the next day when I gave birth on Monday, she called me on Tuesday to congratulate. But just recently, January 4th, because yesterday was 6th and it was a Monday. So January 4th was Saturday, that's when she passed. And we got the news on Sunday. And my husband was dropping her mom to work. And I saw the message and I called my husband and I was like, did you see the message? And he was like, what message? And I'm like, it's about this lady. And he was just like, no, please don't tell me. And I was just silent on the phone. And I regret even calling him, like when he was driving. But I was just in state of shock and didn't know how to react, and that's why I called him. But later on, when I was thinking about it, I was like, I shouldn't have done that. I should have at least waited for him to come back, because it wasn't going to take him that long to get back home. And he was just silent for a while on the phone. And we're just like, this can be happening. How is this possible? Like, how did we get to this point? And this lady has 5 kids. I'm not sure what their ages are, but I think she also has like young ones, not like really young, but maybe like teenagers, maybe 10 years old, maybe. Her oldest ones, maybe they're in their 20s or late teens or something like that. But guys, this lady just is gone, just like that, out of the face of the earth. Like 1 minute, we went to Las Vegas last summer for a business conference. It was in August. She was there. Looked very healthy to us, and we were there for like Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, for like 4 days. Although the trip took longer because that's a story for another day. But we were literally sitting together, because that was the first time we met her, right? Because she lives in a different state. And we always spoke on the phone, and we always used Zoom, so we've seen each other on Zoom. We've talked on the phone. But in Las Vegas, that's when we actually met face to face. And she was a very cool lady, very nice, And how many months later, she's gone. And she was sick. We didn't even know. So I don't know if it's something that she was critical from before, chronic from before, or something just happened to her. I don't know. But I'm just saying, this lady is gone from the face of the earth, just like that. Let me tell you, this life is crazy. This life is crazy. And that's why y'all need to know that anytime anything can happen. You can be here this minute, the next minute you're not here. Especially if you have a family, if you have a kid, if you have kids. If you have kids, or you have a husband, look, everybody has a mom and dad somewhere, or brothers, cousins. I mean, what I'm saying is you need to be protected. And when I mean protected, I mean if you can protect your car with a car insurance, why are you not protecting your most important asset? And what's your most important asset? Your most important asset is yourself. I'm my most important asset. Nobody else. She was protected. The lady I'm talking about, she was protected. So what I'm saying is, if you want to go, and when I say go, I mean go upstairs. Go to the man upstairs. You're not gonna leave your family stranded. I mean, they are mourning you and they have a financial burden to get you 6 feet under. It's crazy. I mean, a lot of us are afraid of talking about this, and I know for the longest time I was always afraid of talking about it. You know, especially us Africans. I'm from Kenya, and a lot of us Africans, we don't like talking about death. You know, it's like when I talk about it, I'm calling it. You know, but it's just reality. This is not when we used to live in the 18th or 19th century. You just gotta see clearly. I have 4 kids right now, and I have a husband. If anything was to happen to me right now, do you think I want them to suffer? I want them to continue living as comfortably as they are living right now. Nothing less. I want them to keep living their life as usual after I'm gone. It's a hard topic to talk about. I also still have a hard time, but sometimes you gotta let it out and just let people know. Guys, life is crazy, man. I know there's also another story, right? I don't know this lady particularly, but she was a nurse, and this is just last year also. And it was, I think, during summertime also, and we got this message. She went to Kenya for holiday like we always do. She was a registered nurse, went to Kenya, came back, she didn't make it to her house here. When she landed at the airport here in the US, when she landed at the airport, she collapsed. And when she collapsed, she was gone. She was in her early 30s. She was gone. Guys, she was not sick or anything. This girl went on vacation. She went on vacation to Kenya. She went to Kenya on vacation. And when she came back, she went to luggage claim. She went to get her luggage, and she just collapsed. And come to find out, she got a blood clot, which I think traveled to her lung, had a PE, and she was done. She was in her early 30s. I think I said that already. I keep repeating myself. She was in her early 30s. She was gone just like that. I don't know anything about her family. So, you know, they send it to a group chat and people are like, let's contribute. You know, they're trying to get a GoFundMe to help the family and all that. And that's the other big thing. You gotta get the life insurance. Index Universal Life. Get protected. You get protected, you don't have to go through all this GoFundMe, all this let's contribute for the family, which is not bad. You can still contribute to the family, you know. But I'm just saying, even if you don't, you'll still be good if you have something like an Index Universal Life, right? I mean, I don't know. I woke up on the right side or no, right side or left side of the bed for me to be talking about this today. But when this other lady that I'm talking about, who just died like 2 days ago, it hit me real hard because this is somebody that I know and I've met, you know. It hit me real hard. And me and my husband were talking and we're like, this is the reason, I mean, this is the reason why you need to get insured. Even if it's not something that, some people say they can't afford it, but you can get as little as you can. Just something small to start with. Something small to start with. Cover yourself. Nobody anticipates to go, to die. Nobody's like, yeah, tomorrow is when it's going to happen or now, but it happens. But when it happens, what about your wife or husband? You know? So let's just say you and your husband, you both contribute to like the bills in the house, right? You know, let's just say for instance, you pay the mortgage, he pays the utility bill, he pays the mortgage, you pay the utilities and other bills. You know, so it's like a 2 household income. So let's just say something happens to you and him. And what happens to the income? You've got to work extra hard. Probably start looking for another job, have 2 or 3 jobs for you to be able to sustain the same lifestyle that you guys had before your spouse died. Right? And that's why insurance comes in. You are protecting you as an asset. You're protecting your income, right? You protect your kids, right? So if anything was to happen to you, your income is protected for at least the next few years, 10 years. They don't have to worry about where they're gonna get mortgage for the next month, how are they gonna eat, go to school and all that. You know. I'm just saying, guys, it's 2025, it's time to think about a lot of things, and this life, sometimes you just stop lifing if that's the word that I can use. I would like talking about it, but you got to, you know, life is not guaranteed. Life is not guaranteed. Anything can happen. Life is crazy, but it is what it is. I was actually, okay, another topic. Yesterday, I was trying to like arrange, my gym, my home gym, right? There was a lot of stuff in here, but I'm almost done. You know, just trying to move things around. But sooner or later, I'm gonna have to start using those dumbbells and weights and stuff. Right now, I'm taking things slow. If it was summertime, or spring, I would have been walking outside. But it snowed like crazy yesterday. It is cold. I am going out there for nothing. There's nowhere to go out there. The schools are closed today. Like I said before on my video yesterday, the schools might be closed today. They closed the school yesterday. And today it's closed. Yesterday they called the parents, probably like 4 p.m. And they were like, tomorrow, schools are closed. So yeah. But if it was warm, I would be outside walking for sure. My body can't take the cold. Let me tell you all, in my house, it's always summer. Whether it's winter or summer, I'm always cold, so I always put the heat on, right? I think it's being selfish that I'm like, everybody has to adjust to it, but For some reason, when I get too cold, I get sick. Like, get sick, sick. I get sick, like, really sick. So I'm always trying to get myself really warm. Like, the heat has to be on for a little bit, you know, not for a little bit, for a long time, for a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy how one time, right, last year, no, oh Lord, it's 2025. Last year was 2024, so 2023, I went for my graduation in Ohio. Scratch that. It wasn't my graduation. 2022 was when I finished my master's, right? And the last class that I was doing, we had to travel to Ohio. So me and my husband were like, road trip, let's drive there. We had a blast going there. That was when I was talking about, let's start a YouTube channel, you know? And I was taking videos on our way there, and we were laughing. I never posted even one. I never posted even one video. But yeah, we went to Ohio. I went for that class. And on my first day, right? So we arrived there on a Friday. The class was supposed to be Saturday and Sunday, and then we drove back on Sunday evening. So that Friday we got there in the evening, we went around, looked at the area, and then Saturday my class started. We went there, I went there in the morning because my husband took me there, so I left him in the room. But I got there and they had blasted the AC like crazy. And people were complaining. I had my jacket and I got a blanket, I was just like this, I was freezing. And when I went to the bathroom, everybody was like, oh my God, it's so cold in there. So I thought I was the only one who was complaining, but no. Everybody was complaining that it was so cold, but I guess they were putting it like that so people don't sleep, right? Girl, this place was so cold. Everybody was going to the bathroom to just wash their hands to warm up, right? You wash your hands with warm water just to warm up. When I tell you, by the end of the class was starting like around 9. I got there like around 8 because you have to register and all that good stuff. And then I think it was like, of course we have breaks in between, so it ended around like 4 or 5. When I tell you, by the time the class was over, I was sneezing like crazy. I was shaking, had the runny nose. I thought I had COVID. I went to the room. I was cold, like I was freezing. I got inside the bed, like inside the blanket. My husband covered me with multiple blankets, right? And I still had my jacket and the Masai blanket that I had on. And I was still so cold. I was freezing. I felt like I had COVID. My husband was like, what's wrong? I'm like, I feel like I have COVID. Normally I have COVID, you know? He was like, you want me to go get a COVID test? I'm like, I think you should. Because, there was a lot of people in that hall. Because it's a big hall with, like, students from, like, different cities, right? Different cities. Different states. So it was a lot of students. So I'm like, I probably got the COVID. I got it. He went and got the COVID test. Nope, it was negative. I was under the blankets for hours. Then finally, after maybe 2 or 3 hours, I started getting hot and I took the blankets off and the covers. But I never got that. I just kept feeling really bad, except for the shivering that, reduced. Other than that, I was feeling awful. Next day, I was still going to class. And I had to go to class. Thank God I didn't have COVID, so I still had to go to class. So I went to class and I was feeling really bad. After the class, I told my husband, let's just drive home. It's over, It was Saturday, right? And we started driving home. When I tell you, I was feeling so bad, I slept. And I was trying to keep my husband, company because it's a 10-hour drive from where I live to Ohio. It was like over 10 hours drive, almost 11. And I couldn't stay up. I slept. After 2 hours, he stopped and he was like, "You want to use the bathroom?" And I was like, "Yeah." So I went to the bathroom. I think it was a gas station. I don't remember. And then when we got back, I slept some more. I slept some more. This was my last week of my master's class. I had an exam in 2 days. I was feeling horrible. I slept again the whole 8 or 9 hours I was left, right? Got home. My husband woke me up and said, "We're home." And I'm like, "Oh my God, we're home?" He's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "I still feel horrible." And he was like, "You know what, just go to bed." So I went straight to bed. I slept. So imagine how many hours I slept, right? Woke up in the morning, I still feel horrible. This is now Monday. Because remember, we left Sunday evening. So this is Monday morning. I woke up, I'm still feeling really horrible. Like really bad. I'm like, I was supposed to do my exam that day. I'm like, you know what, I can't do it. I just put it out. I put it off till Wednesday. Wednesday when I woke up, I was feeling much better. Not good, not like myself, but I still had to wake up like 5 in the morning to do the exam. Because I mean, when you have kids, you know, you gotta do things like late at night or early in the morning when they haven't woken up yet. And the exam was for 3 hours. 3 good hours. I was supposed to sit there and I'm sick. Anyway, the moral of this story is when I'm cold, I get sick. When I get so cold, I get sick. That's the moral of this story. And that's why I always put the heat on in the room, in my house. Because a lot of people will come to my house and they're like, "It is so hot in here this summertime. Why is it so hot?" But you know something funny is, with this pregnancy, I was so hot I was using a fan. You know, with the hormone imbalance. I was using a fan on my face because I was like so hot, you know. And that doesn't happen to me. I'm never hot, I'm always cold. I always say I'm cold-blooded. Guys, today is January 7th. It's my day 2. I'm here talking to you guys. I hope you're on your treadmill. I'm almost done with my 30 minutes and I'm only on my speed is 2 on this treadmill. But you gotta get up. You got to get up and do it for yourself. You got to push yourself. This is my day 2 and I'm just hoping I'll keep going. Everybody was still asleep when I got up. It's 9 o'clock. I told you the kids are off today from school. So when I was just about to come to the basement, then my daughter woke up. But I gave her a kiss and a hug and I was like, she's like, "Oh, you're here?" And I'm like, "Yes." And I'm like, "I'm gonna go to the basement and exercise." And she's like, "Okay." So I left her upstairs. And I made sure my baby girl, a newborn, is breastfed and changed so she can sleep for a little bit. I exclusively breastfeed her, so if she wakes up right now, I'd have to stop the video for me to go upstairs and feed her. So that's why I made sure before I left, I changed her, I fed her, I backed her, I even pumped milk. Man, being a mom is a lot of work. You gotta breastfeed this baby, you still gotta pump milk for this baby. Pumping is a lot of work. Man, people don't understand. When you're breastfeeding and you're pumping at the same time, it takes a toll on you. It's a lot of work. Oh my. I've already gone for 28 minutes, almost 29 minutes. So I have like a minute and something to be done. I'm still having that pain here of my lower abdomen, almost on my pelvis. But that's why I'm going so slow, like I said before. 29 minutes, I have 1 more minute to go. Guys, you gotta keep pushing. It's 2025. Look, I wanna be out of the 200-pound club. That's my goal. Hopefully by the end of the month, I'll be out of the 200-pound club. I told you guys yesterday, I'm 202.2 pounds, which I don't like. But I just had a baby, and I'm not a supermodel, but I'm gonna bounce back immediately because I know what I was doing during my pregnancy. I was eating what I'm not supposed to do. Okay, so I'm paying for it, okay? But I'm gonna keep myself accountable, and I want you guys to keep me accountable. I'm almost done with my 30 minutes, and I just took time. All right, guys, I'm done. So 30 minutes walk on the treadmill. I'm done. This is my day 2. See you guys tomorrow on day 3.